Clan, I watch your videos after lunch. I watch your videos after work. But good God, man, why have you not talked about Lonnie Walker? You are absolutely disgusting, okay? You sit here and you say that he's inconsistent. You say that the Lakers are not getting the most out of him. But look at him now. Maybe Popovich did fail. And Clan, you just refuse. You refuse because you just always riding, you're always riding Greg Popovich's jockstrap. You refuse to admit that Lonnie Walker is better with the Los Angeles Lakers.
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
Now that's what I would say if I was stupid. All right, so we're going to talk about Lonnie Walker, okay? Let me go ahead and get the praise out the way first and foremost. All right, I have to get the praise, okay? And then I want to bring it back down to reality a little bit. But yeah, everyone's talking about it. Well, Lakers fans are talking about it. Spurs fans are talking about it. Those are kind of the main two groups talking about this. Lonnie Walker. All right. First and foremost, great performance in the fourth quarter. Very clutch. 15 points and I believe 2 free throws at the end that were down the stretch. Really clutch. Okay. If it weren't for Lonnie Walker, the Los Angeles Lakers probably wouldn't have won that game. And I mean, LeBron has said it. We get it. Whatever. But you know, let's be honest. They're the ones that kind of set the groundwork. But Austin Reeves coming out of the game, Lonnie Walker was ready and he made the most out of his opportunity. So I give him 2 thumbs up. Okay, 2 thumbs up for that. But I did come across a email that I wanted to read that someone sent to me. And also there's some things that I just want to bring up. All right, just to bring it down to reality a little bit. Okay, because people are getting really excited and some Spurs fans are really making me sick with this. All right, so let me go ahead and read this. I'm not going to show his stuff on the video because I'm not sure if he's okay with it, and I won't say his last name either. But Brent says, "Hey Clan, just curious if you saw this quote from Lonnie Walker last night after the Lakers win." And this is the quote. Truth be told, it might sound narcissistic or not, but I'm in love with myself and I want to be my best self. Sorry, Walker said. So I think that's the real goal. I'm ambitious and I'm eager to be where LeBron and AD are and become a star. And then Brent goes on and he gives his take. He says, I liked Lonnie when he was here, but because he was a consistent contributor, not because he was a consistent contributor, sorry, but because I thought he had a good head on his shoulders. I'm not so sure now, LOL. He's been buried on the bench due to his inconsistency, and now he wants to be an all-time great. Shaking my head. It reminds me of when he scored 30-plus points against Houston that one time and then proceeded to disappear as usual. Good guy, but he needs to get a grip. You agree? Take care, Brent. Now, with that being said, first and foremost, Brent, he didn't have 30-plus points against Houston. I know we think that because it was a big game. He had 28 points. But okay, I'll give you my take on this. First off, I think that's fine that he is very confident in himself and he wants to be that caliber of player. But I will be honest in saying I don't think he'll get there. I mean, early on we compared him, and not only we did, the player himself did it. We compared him to Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell compared him to himself, and yeah, his game is very similar to him. But his inconsistency, he's been in the league long enough at this point that I think I can make a clear bet that he's going to remain inconsistent. I mean, it just seems like that's the player he is. Can people change in the league? Yeah, they can get better over time, but he just seems like more of a streaky guy and a guy that is more of a spark plug off of a bench that can just get going at any point and help you win a game like he did with this one. So, but him saying he wants to get on LeBron at AD's level, I mean, obviously it's a little delusional, but it's nothing wrong with him saying that because I don't think that means that he's like a bad guy, or I don't think that means that he's super cocky. He's always kind of been like that. He's always said things like that. He's always seen himself as better than maybe he even is, but I don't think that means you're narcissistic or anything like that. Like, I think he's totally fine. He's still the same Lonnie. I've seen his interviews. He's fine. I know that whole thing happened where he liked a bunch of posts. I made one post in particular on Twitter saying that the Spurs should have gave him more minutes. I get it, whatever, but he is who he is. But let me go ahead and bring it down to reality just a little bit. So with this Warriors game, like I said, great performance in the fourth, but there's some similarities here, okay? I tweeted something out in which I said Houston Lonnie got released. I kind of meant that literally, okay? I think some people might interpret that as, oh man, he's about to cook. Oh, Houston Lonnie's here to stay. No, I literally mean this is a Houston Lonnie game, and he's probably not getting back to that. He might have a few games during the playoffs of this, but I just don't see it. Okay. It's the same thing that happened if we go all the way back to the Houston game. So we're looking at the Warriors game. Obviously he didn't play, so it's a little he didn't play a lot, so it might not be fair. But as we can see here, first quarter, second quarter wasn't there, third quarter wasn't there, then fourth quarter, boom, you know, he just had a breakout. Same thing with the Rockets game. So a lot of people think of the Rockets game like, oh my god, he torched the Rockets all game long. That is actually not what happened. First quarter, missed 2 shots. Second quarter, missed a 3. Third quarter, made a layup, missed another layup. Fourth quarter, then he went off. So like, I think some of us kind of forget what actually happened during that game. And I think he hit one in overtime, right? Yeah, he hit a 3 in overtime. So, yeah, so he is a clutch player, but he's kind of, at times, he's more of a streaky player, and he can get going at any moment, and that's who he is. And I think that that's who he's going to be in the league long term. And that's just my take on it, man. That's what I've seen. But man, oh man, have I seen some really weird takes, like this one in particular. Hold on. Yeah, this dude, Mike here, Mike ESPN. Good God, dude. Lonnie freaking Walker, Pop's biggest coaching development failure. Where? I never understood this take. And I know this dude just hates on Popovich like for the sake of it, but there's a few people that agree with this type of thought process. How the heck did Pop fail Lonnie Walker? I mean, if you look at Lonnie Walker's stats year in and year out, it's virtually the same with the Lakers. Nothing changed. He's the same player. He's in a completely different environment, and they still wouldn't give him playing time. Why don't you get onto the Lakers for not giving him playing time? Since, you know, because this guy brings up like, oh, Brent Forbes got playing time over Lonnie. Why don't you get on to the Lakers for giving other players playing time over Lonnie? It's silly, dude. It's because Lonnie Walker is inconsistent. That's it. It's fine. Lots of players have come through the league that came through the San Antonio Spurs system that didn't become superstars. Not everyone's going to be developed to a star. We developed him to the best degree that we could, and he ended up being kind of a streaky player that can get going, that's really uber athletic. That's fine. Even in the draft, a lot of teams were not picking him because of not only maybe the possible inconsistency, but they weren't sure with his injuries. So they're like, oh, is he injury prone? So like his whole career, his basketball career has been plagued with inconsistency. And I just don't know where you're coming from with this. And beautiful big brain reply here from Clan. So he says Pop's biggest coaching development failure. So Clan says San Antonio's biggest failure is Mike, which is true. All right. And I also saw this, and some people called it disrespectful, and I don't think it is. So this is a Draymond Green quote in which he says, Lonnie Walker's beats you kind of got to live with it. He wasn't saying that Lonnie Walker's a bad player or Lonnie Walker's trash or anything. It's just the truth. Look, you're dealing with Anthony Davis. You're dealing with LeBron James. Shoot, you can even go with, D'Angelo Russell there. Like, those are the guys that you really need to stop for the Lakers. And then bringing in one of their bench guys and he goes off in the fourth quarter. What do? I mean, it's not much you can really do about that. So that's what he's saying. Like, those are the type of guys that usually the role players, the bench players, you got to live with that, right? And that's where depth comes in, and that's what really helps you. So hopefully Lonnie Walker remains consistent, but this is the truth though. Lonnie Walker beats you got to kind of just live with it. And that just is what it is. But yeah, some people really did see. Somebody said that's disrespectful. Yeah, some people actually thought this disrespectful. I don't necessarily think so. But yeah, so people are really excited about the Lonnie Walker game, saying that he's a hero, especially Lakers fans. And I just have to say, you gotta relax with that. You gotta chillax, okay? He is. I'll wait and see it, but if history has told us anything, is that Lonnie Walker will disappear again, and that just happens over and over and over and over again. And the amount of emphasis that this game has given towards Lonnie Walker is a little ridiculous, and I think it really comes down to the fact that it's the Lakers versus the Warriors. But here we got a quote here. This is what Lonnie Walker had to say. Weathered the storm, learn how to dance in the storm. Man, he reads a lot of books. He reads a lot of books. There's things that are uncontrollables. I got injured, but I stuck with it. I stayed in the gyms, still being a great teammate and just being a professional. When your mind and heart is in a good place, the body follows. You see what I'm saying? God, I love it. Oh, Ham said of Lonnie Walker. I was about to say, I was like, good God, dude, fortune cookie here. Kudos to him. We kept going possession by possession, next play mentality. Lonnie Walker is right in the middle of that. Yeah. Let's see, any more? Nah, no more. All right, well, we'll see what happens, but I think just bring it down to reality a little bit. All right, Lonnie Walker is inconsistent. He's known for being inconsistent. He is a spark plug, and I think that's what this game was. So, hey, I'll bite my tongue if the rest of the playoffs he's just excellent, but I watched a lot of Lonnie Walker. I've experienced a lot of Lonnie Walker, and he's let me down quite a bit. So we'll see. Anyways, I'll get with you guys later. You want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, or become a patron or YouTube member, only $2 per month. And I'm going to start answering more questions, which I did a couple in the past week, but I'm going to do way more of those pretty soon. So if you guys want to become a patron YouTube member, only $2 per month, just keep a lookout for like posts that I make as far as saying, hey, do you want to like leave any comments or any questions or anything you want a video on? But yeah. So anyways, I'll give it to you guys later. Till next time. Bye.